Today's hearing is entitled Ongoing Management Challenges at the Internal Revenue Service. That is a nice way of saying the IRS has been a mess and remains a mess. Rehiring employees who were under investigation, rehiring employees who were engaged in fraud, rehiring employees who were violating 6103, looking at confidential taxpayer information, awarding a contract to Equifax in light of the massive data breach, 143 million Americans data breach potentially, and never forget the backdrop. Never forget the backdrop here. Russell George became well known as the inspector, as TIGTA, back in 2013 when we asked him to look into the fact that we thought maybe the IRS was targeting conservative groups, and lo and behold, they were. And never forget what happened when the IRS got caught with their hand in the cookie jar targeting conservative groups. They first denied it. Doug Shulman told the Ways and Means Committee way back then, no, it's not going on. Guarantee it's not happening. Lois Lerner sat in our office, met with oversight staff, said, oh, not happening. Then they did what everyone else does when they get caught doing something wrong. They tried to spin it. Inspector General George remembers this. He was going to release his report on Monday. On the Friday before, Lois Lerner went to a bar association speech here in town, right, Mr. George? Went to a bar association speech here in town and had a friend ask her a question, planted question, and what did she say? She does what everyone does when they get caught. Said, it wasn't me. Nope, it was those folks in Cincinnati. Remember this? Blame someone else. First you deny it. Then you try to spin it and get in front of this story, which you did. Then you blame someone else. Say, oh, rogue agents in Cincinnati. And then, when that didn't hold up, they even attacked Mr. George and TIGTA for doing their hard work, for just presenting us the truth. They blamed the messenger. They attacked the messenger. And finally, they resorted to the worst of it all, in my judgment. They destroyed the evidence. The IRS, 422 backup tapes containing potentially 24,000 emails that could have answered a lot of questions. After Lois Lerner's hard drive crashed and it came up missing, even though it was under subpoena, even though it was under a preservation order, they destroyed the evidence. And now here we sit again. The IRS continues to rehire folks who violate 6103, look at confidential taxpayer information, rehire folks under investigation, rehire folks engaged in fraud, award a no-bid contract to Equifax in light of the fact that 143 million taxpayers' information was breached. But here's the good news. At least there's one element of good news. The long, sad chapter of John Koskin and his IRS commissioner comes to an end in 2.5 weeks, and thank the Lord for that. So I look forward to our witnesses and what they have to say, in particular the work that Mr. George and his team has done on a number of issues related to the targeting and the issues that we're also going to be asking questions and discussing today. And with that, since Mr. Conley is not here, I think we'll swear our witnesses in and proceed with their testimony and get right to questions. It's my honor to welcome today Mr. Jeffrey Tribbiano, Deputy Commissioner for Operations Support at the IRS, Ms. Gina Garza, the Chief Information Officer at the Internal Revenue Service, and of course the Honorable Russell George, Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration, and Mr. Coots, the Assistant Inspector General for Audit at the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration. I want to welcome to all of you. I know, Mr. George, we appreciate you being here. You and I have talked on the phone, and we appreciate you making the effort to be here today. The custom of this committee is to swear people in, so if you'll stand up, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Let the record show each witness answered in the affirmative, and we will move right down the line there. So, Mr. Tribbiano, you are up first.